Tell Huzur that I love him and tell my family that I love them. Tell Huzur that I love him. Tell Huzur that I love him. Tell Huzur that I love him.
एक हीरा था जो हमसे जुदा हो गया। उसने एक नज़्म लिखी थी और इसने शुरू ही इस तरह किया था कि मैं खलीफा वक्त से सबसे ज़्यादा प्यार करता हूँ, और ख़त्म इस तरह किया था कि खलीफा वक्त से जो मुझे प्यार है और मोहब्बत है वो उन्हें कभी पता नहीं चलेगी। लेकिन ऐ प्यारे तारे, मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ कि तुम्हारे इन आखिरी अल्फाज से पहले भी मुझे पता था कि तुम्हें खिलाफत से प्यार और मोहब्बत का ताल्लुक़ था। तुम्हारे हर अमल से, हर हरकत व सुकून से, जब तुम्हारे हाथ में कैमरा होता था और मैं सामने होता था तब भी, और जब तुम कैमरे के अलावा मिलते थे, तुम्हारी आंखों की चमक से इस मोहब्बत का इजहार होता था। तुम्हारे चेहरे की एक अजीब किस्म की रौनक से इस मोहब्बत का इजहार होता था। गर्ज़ कि हर तरह तुम्हारे हर अमल से ये लग रहा होता था कि किस तरह तुम इस मोहब्बत का इजहार करो जो तुम्हें खलीफा वक्त से है।
हाथली फूल का वो फूल, वो महबूब गया.
Incident leading to his martyrdom. His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, said, Syed Taalay Ahmed was very passionate about his work and seeing it through, no matter the hardships he may have to face along the way. His main focus was always to ensure that the work was carried out. This was evident from the incident of his martyrdom, as he began his journey at a time when there was increased danger. His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, said, as Syed Taalay Ahmed was setting out for his journey, he was worried about the video files that he had recorded and wanted to ensure that the files would not be corrupted, thus he began working on his laptop while on the journey. His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, detailed the incidents leading up to the martyrdom of Syed Taalay Ahmed. Robbers had begun firing at the vehicle, after which they approached the vehicle and took whatever valuables they had. Syed Taalay Ahmed had been struck in the back and lost a great deal of blood. As the robbery was happening, he quickly hid the laptop and other equipment under the seats so that the robbers would not be able to find it. As they were driving to a nearby clinic, Syed Taalay Ahmed would ask whether His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, had been informed about this incident. From the clinic, it was decided that he would need to be taken to a hospital. Along the way, he said, tell Huzur that I love him and tell my family that I love them. Tell Huzur that I love him. Tell Huzur that I love him. A gem which has departed us. His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, said, he was a beautiful gem which has left us. This loss has shaken everyone. He understood his oath of life devotion and fulfilled it to the utmost degree. His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, said, Syed Taalay Ahmed always surprised him, and he would wonder how a youngster, who had been raised amidst a worldly environment, was able to understand and fulfill his pledge of devotion. His level of love and devotion for Khilafat was such that even some who have deep-rooted knowledge of faith do not possess it. His devotion to Khilafat was such that even in his last moments, he was constantly expressing his love for Khilafat. His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, said, a few years ago, Syed Taalay Ahmed wrote a poem in which he expressed his love for Khilafat. He started the poem by saying that he loved His Holiness the most, and he ended by saying that perhaps His Holiness would never know how much he loved him. His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, said, even before Syed Taalay Ahmed's last words, he knew how much Syed Taalay Ahmed loved him when he was filming with his camera, and even when he met him without his camera. He could tell from the sparkle in his eyes and the light on his face, indeed from his every action, His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, was aware of the love that Syed Taalay Ahmed had for him.
खलीफा बख्श से जो मुझे प्यार है और मोहब्बत है वो उन्हें कभी पता नहीं चलेगी, लेकिन ऐ प्यारे तारे, मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ कि तुम्हारे इन आखिरी अल्फाज से पहले भी मुझे पता था।
हाथ ली फूल